2 days in, but it's been an action-packed 2 days. We had to bring in an old friend who has a front row seat to everything going on in the courtroom.
Nice pun, by the way.
Making his return to CSL, none other than motorsports reporter and NASCAR insider Jordan Bianchi of The Athletic. Jordan, we appreciate you stopping by. What is a busier time than normal for everybody in the sport, right?
What off-season, right? There's nothing going on the track. No, what's going on in the courtroom, though, is honestly, it has going to be more impactful than what's actually going on the track this year, and that's been the overriding story throughout the season, has been what happens with this lawsuit. In the last few days, it has become very clear this is going to be a mess, this is going to be dramatic, and the potential implications on this sport long-term are significant.
Let's go ahead and get right down to it. I mean, Denny Hamlin had to stand for more than 3 hours this morning to continue the testimony that began at the end of the day yesterday. Now, you know him well. We've gotten to know him. He's a man that will truly speak his mind, and that is certainly evident throughout today, even saying that he felt signing NASCAR's charter agreement would be a death certificate for his team's future. What are some of your other key takeaways from what Hamlin had to say today during that testimony?
Very emotional. I mean, yesterday when he started his testimony, he was crying when he was talking about his father who's really ill, and then today a lot of anger and animosity. He's been very outspoken. He's not happy with NASCAR. He's very bitter towards NASCAR. There's a lot of hurt feelings about NASCAR. He wants to see a leadership change, and it was very clear today, like, he is all in on this. Like, this is personal almost to him and how he wants to resolve this. This isn't something that they're looking for a settlement. They want to get to the finish line, and they believe they can win. It was very clear today Hamlin is in it to win it.
Obviously, a lot of emotion, as you just mentioned, in the courtroom. Denny breaking down yesterday, today seeming more frustrated during cross-examination, but overall there's a ton of tension surrounding this, and that's not really new. But how much does emotion play a factor in this trial?
Well, there's a lot of it. And, there's times today where Denny was very emotional and very adamant, and it was kind of like riding a roller coaster. And that sometimes you're like, whoa, is that too much emotion? But I think that also that emotion can be considered passion, right? And that this is somebody who's very passionate. He's got a business. He's a business owner. He wants it. He's put a lot of time and energy and resources into this, and he doesn't want to see this fail. And it means a lot to him to not see this go away because of mistakes that he feels like others are making. So it's going to be interesting how you harness that, because that can override, and sometimes before a jury, your emotion can get the better of you. But so far, it seems like the jury has been responsive to that.
I've been locked into the teardown. You and Jeff always doing a great job. I want to get back to a point that you made on Monday. Having an attorney like Jeffrey Kessler, who's representing 2311 and FRM in this case, what kind of lasting impact can he have as this thing plays out when you think about just having a lawyer that can kind of sway things one kind of way?
It's interesting to watch him, because it's kind of like watching somebody paint a picture, right? A Picasso almost. This guy is so good in the way he sets up people. And today, for example, he was examining a NASCAR executive and just kind of setting him up with questions and just grinding him down with different things he was saying and getting to the point of what he wants to say. And he has a really good connection, rapport he's developed with the jury already. Made a couple jokes, kind of self-deprecating humor. This guy is a master class in what he's doing.
Now, we know the outcome of this trial will have a lasting effect on the sport, no matter how things end. In addition to just the charters, what all is at stake for not just the two teams fighting NASCAR, but each organization within the sport?
Huge. I mean, the ramifications for this are really significant. I mean, if either way this goes, whether NASCAR wins or 2311 wins, NASCAR is going to be fundamentally changed, probably forever. If NASCAR wins, okay, that's great. They can move forward. But you're also going to probably lose Michael Jordan's team, right? Which is a huge blow. Right. And then if 2311 wins, this gets to your point more. Yeah. The significance is huge, and that NASCAR could have to diversify its tracks. It may have to pay hundreds of $millions in damages, which are going to affect what it can do going forward in terms of trying to grow the sport. It could be forced to sell. I mean, there's all sorts of things that happen in a case like this where the implications are far-reaching. What we do know, though, is if NASCAR loses, the consequences are going to be dire.
But even if there's a settlement, there's still going to be tension.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. There's going to be tension. You're probably going to lose Michael Jordan's team. Yeah. And there's all sorts of things on this. And how do you override this? We talked about at the beginning of the segment, right? This all year long. What people weren't talking about what was going on the racetrack.
It was all about this, leading up to it.
100%. Yeah, right. And it was always this big shadow that cast over this and how this went. And it didn't matter what was happening. It was always like, well, what the lawsuit? When's this going to happen? There's always things going on. And the other thing, too, is we hope to have a resolution to this in the next 2 weeks or so. Right. But there's probably going to be appeal. So it's going to carry over to next year as well.
Yeah, certainly some lasting effects. Jordan Bianchi, always somebody you can count on with all the insider info. He'll be back with us tomorrow night for a wrap of day 3.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.